Hi, I'm Ashley Billington, and you're watching The Warmup, presented by your local North Texas Geico agents in the Colony, Keller, Arlington, Flower Mound, Plano, and Mesquite. It is finally here. State championships, the final weekend of Texas high school football, the game for all the marbles. 4 teams remain from the DFW Metroplex, and we will have a jam-packed episode of Wingstop Inside High School Sports coming at you. Aledo will be making their 12th state title appearance, and this time it's against the Crosby Cougars. Last week, Aledo took down Wichita Falls Rider 55-28. They relied heavily on running back DeMarco Roberts, who ran for 155 yards and 4 touchdowns. The Bearcats are 12-1 for 2020, with their only loss coming to another state title contender in Cedar Hill. They average 49 points per game, and their defense only allows 23 points per game. Both will need to be at their peak in order to handle the Crosby Cougars, who have gotten hot when it's counted. Matt Stepp has predicted Aledo wins by 17, but can Aledo become the most winningest program in the history of the state and win that 10th state title? Saturday at 1 p.m., Cedar Hill and Katy meet for their 4th time in the state title game. These 2 teams are going to be battling it out in what should be another epic performance. Cedar Hill is 12-1 on the season and was runner-up in the District of Doom, 11-6A. This is their 5th state title appearance as they try to collect their 4th state championship trophy. The Longhorns had a great defensive effort last weekend to take down the Denton-Guyer Wildcats 27-17. And Caden Salter put the team on his back with 318 yards of offense and 3 touchdowns. 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown, and 1 receiving. If the Longhorns are going to win this one, they will have to have a big effort from their offensive line. Our game of the week is Denton Ryan versus Cedar Park, Friday night at 7 p.m. These 2 teams are both undefeated in 2020 and looking to be perfect to finish the season with a state title. Denton Ryan was in this game in 2019 and just fell short of taking the trophy home as they were beaten by the Shadow Creek Sharks. But they have not missed a beat, and though a bevy of players will be starting their college careers on Monday, they are hoping to get one last win with the Raiders to cap off an already phenomenal high school career. The Ryan Raiders average 45 points per game and only allow an average of 16. Their defense and offense are some of the toughest you can face in the entire country, and are hoping it will be enough to bring home their 3rd state title. The Raiders are currently favored by 11 points. We'll also have basketball highlights for you, but AT&T is going to be rocking. And if you're not going to the game, then you need to watch our highlights on Wingstop Inside High School Sports. Also, make sure you vote on our Hot Play of the Week poll presented by Louisiana Hot Sauce for a chance for your community to move on to compete for the Play of the Year. Here's last week's winner. A game we won't have on this week's show, but next week, is the highly anticipated Dodge Bowl. This game was supposed to be at the beginning of the 2020 season, but now has been moved to an even grander stage as the state title game for 6A Division I. And our Dalworth Clean Inside story will be on the Dodge Men and the first ever meeting of a father and son for a state championship title.
I've known since Riley was probably 13 or 14 years old that he would probably end up being a coach. The time that we had together at Carroll was the most memorable of my entire career. I've done this for going on 34 years now, and to be able to be with your son and win a state championship, and with your son on the team and with him being the quarterback, and was just unbelievable.
The Carroll Dragons also won our local North Texas Geico Agents Team of the Week for their big victory over Duncanville. And we got reactions from players about their first trip to the title game since 2011.
It just feels so good. I mean, all the doubters and the percentages against us, and losing all the seniors from last year, and I've said it every interview, but we're such a young team, and to be able to go to state, I mean, that means so much to us.
Now it's time for everyone's favorite part of the warm-up, the extra point. To kick us off, we have Prosper's Tyler Bailey, seeing how many bands he can name in 30 seconds. The Alabama Crimson Tide won another national championship on Monday evening, and former Alito Bearcat and GiveMeTheVin.com MVP bobblehead winner Jason McClellan can now call himself a 3-time state champion and a national champion. We are competitors here at Inside High School Sports, which means we take losing really hard, as all competitors do, including the Duncanville football team who took their loss to South Lake Carroll toughly. But the Dragons were not going to let these guys hang their heads. The camaraderie built in football is really what matters most. You think you're tough? Well, what would you do if you were in the middle of a game and broke your jaw and teeth? The one time it happened to me, I kept playing, but my mom sure as heck didn't like it. I wonder what Braden Shager's mom thought when he broke his jaw and chipped 4 teeth in the first half of their final game against Denton Ryan. Dang, that kid is tough. That's all we have for this episode. Follow all of Inside High School Sports social accounts to stay up to date on everything going on in the high school sports scene. And YouTube that throughout the week will get you ready for the main event. Wingstop Inside High School Sports on NBC5, hosted by Pat Doney. Thanks for watching the warm-up presented by your local North Texas Geico agents in the Colony, Keller, Arlington, Flower Mound, Plano, and Mesquite. To get more information or quote, go to geico.com. I hope you're warmed up for all of the state action coming at you this week on Wingstop Inside High School Sports.